where are we on this planet at the moment? And there's a lot of separation coming up, and a lot of the feminine and masculine wounds coming up and playing out in manipulation, in destruction, in greed, in really going into heavy fields. So, what is the solution? What is the way to overcome this or to create the new systems? Always for me, it's how do we find the new system? And what came in after the last webinar we were doing, where we're working with the umbilical cord and the placenta to reinitiate ourselves with Mother Earth and into a genetic system, was to really to go into the purest state of the divine feminine, divine masculine, when it was lived on this planet, because it was already lived. So this is not recreating the wheel, it's there. It's only a matter of us tuning into that field. And it's here already, it's been here already, but it's clouded over with all the programming. And this is what this webinar is about. This webinar is about going back and remembering this purest state of the divine feminine, the goddesses, and the priests, priestesses, like the divine masculine, so we can remember ourselves. And when you have such a clear vessel of the feminine as a mirror to your system, everything which is around separation, everything which is around manipulation will be transformed. So in this webinar, I'll be holding space to really to go into this window of time, which is going back, for me, it's 2000 BC, 1500, 2000 BC, back further. There's a window there where we lived it. We lived complete coherence with the divine feminine, divine masculine, and creation. So we honored the forest, we honored nature, we just took what we needed. It was total in harmony and balance. And this is the remembrance I'd like to open up in our own systems. So I'll open up these fields through the work I'm doing, holding space, and also your ancestors. If we really go back to that time, your ancestors have lived it already. So I'd like to open up all the systems from behind, from the ancestors, the far ancestors, from you in a past life, and then we hold that space as well, because I've been working deeply with holding that resonance within my own system. So I'm going to support you to remember who you are, and then you'll find that the womb becomes alive. The womb becomes alive. You remember. Inner programming, back then, they knew that the woman was the vessel of creation, the spark of creation, and the man too. So there was a deep honor and respect that we are creators and we create life, that we are creating life and the sacredness of that life, to protect it, to honor it. And the womb has been turned off in a way through contraceptives and other parts as well around miscarriage, abortion. And when those energies come in, they turn off the spark of creation. So it's a matter of opening them up again and bringing the womb back to life. So this is what the webinar is about. It's really honoring your womb to come to life, to honor your vessel to come to life, to honor that you are life, you are creation, you are the spark of life already, and to activate it, to know it, to live it. And if you have turned it off, you can turn it back on again. So in this webinar, I'd really like to open up the space for you to come back into life and to honor who you are. We forgot who we are. We forgot that we are creation, that we are the spark of creation, and we can create everything ourselves, and to ignite that ourselves. This is the offering that has been offered in this webinar space. It's something very sacred, and it's something that has been worked through time and space. And every one of the webinars I'm doing is like a stepping stone or another key to remembering who we are. So all the webinars are precious keys for remembering who we are and to clear what is in the way. So each of these webinars for me has been like birthing a child, because I realize how precious they are, and I know how precious they are. And they have huge keys for transforming to help you remember different aspects. Each one of the webinars are very unique and very different because they're building blocks. And they were all brought in a sequence that I was guided to bring them in to support us to evolve. So if you're feeling that you may have missed some pieces for this webinar, maybe if you look at the website, you may feel drawn to a specific webinar, which gives you the building blocks to remember, to activate your womb, to activate your creator. And this guidance, which is coming through at the moment, I feel is helping us to remember that we have a way to change the entire system. So for me, when I felt these energies, I felt, wow, we have a chance of changing the entire system. You know, there's a lot of negative programming. There's a lot of, you know, through the food contamination, through the air, through the water, through all these different things. There's so much manipulation and poisoning in the system. So how do we find a way out of this? And for me, by dropping into these fields, it's the way out. And it gives me a lot of hope to accept the change that we can create because we are the creators. The knowing that we can change the system, not only hope, but the knowing and acknowledgement that we have the power to change the entire system because we are the creators and we've been programmed to believe we're not. So this is what this webinar is about. It's about remembering. It's about activating the remembrance in you that you are the creator and you are the spark of creation, and you have the power in your own hands, in your own vessel, or your own chalice, which can be ignited right here, right now, and it will really support the old paradigms to collapse. So I'm looking forward to holding the space over the weekend to bring in these frequencies so we remember and we create that impact in our own lives and in the world around us. So thank you for all your support. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you at this really important stepping stone, should I say, or awakening of where we're at on this planet at the moment. Thank you.